Hi, love. So I heard this question over and over again, and I think it's a valid question. And that is, how is it that you didn't know you dealt with someone who is lying? Because you, as an empath, you feel when someone is lying, you know that it's happening. So how is it that you missed that? Or did you? So let's dive in. So number one, initially, you're going through a love bombing phase, which truly is the time when you are bombarded literally with exclamations of love. Often someone is very much into you. That's what it's love bombing. So at that time, you as an empath, you felt the sadness, the brokenness. You felt that someone, or probably maybe even knew that someone was going through a lot in their life. And as an empath, you stepped into your service, which is to help someone, to help others. You stepped into your healer mode. At that time, though, you had no idea that it was you that needed to heal first. You didn't know that you needed to heal yourself. And so you allowed this person to go through the love bombing because it finally made you feel loved, accepted, validated, and seen, which is what you wanted literally your whole life. So you crave this feeling your whole life. And my question to you is, how many times you minimized the lies that you knew they were telling you, and how many times you made excuses for them crossing your boundaries, for them deceiving you, from making up stories, and for continuously lying to you. Okay? So that's one. The second thing I want to talk about is these people are masters manipulators. They're masters in creating stories, in lying, in deceiving. This is what they have been doing their whole life to create this fake persona that they're now living as. They don't lie, truly. Like a narcissist, they don't lie. They create alternate realities. And again, I'll pose another question, and you can Google it up. How many narcissists have committed murders, some of them serial killers, and then they would pass a polygraph test, even though they were lying? The polygraph test, the lie detector test, detects someone's physical changes in their body when they're lying. But with these people, they don't detect anything. And how is that? It's because they believe their alternate reality. They believe their twisted truths and their lies. So much so that it doesn't feel like anything in their body. There is no heart rate beating faster. They're not starting to sweat. A normal, healthy person, there will be a physical symptom when they're lying. For them, this is not happening. In their mind, also, a lie and a twisted truth and a twisted reality is something that is a completely normal thing to do when they're protecting themselves and in their self-interest. And they just need to do that to suit their need. And that's a perfectly normal thing for them in their mind. So they do twist reality to match their own belief system. And this truly is an extreme form of cognitive dissonance. but it is true. So they are truly not lying, really. They create a reality that they're sticking behind. And in every single one of those twisted realities, there is a tiny bit of truth, which is leading me to another point, and that is why you also believe them. Is the empath normally, if you can feel that someone is lying, the way you're feeling this is by, no matter what the person is saying, you feel from their heart space that there is a disconnect. You feel that what they're saying is not really matching up with what you feel from their heart space. In the case of a narcissist, you don't feel that dissonance and disconnect because in their mind, they're telling you their own version of the truth. So that's important to note. So my story, I mean, one of my stories is I almost got married to a narcissist who proposed to me 3 times. Okay. And I said no those times. And the reason I said no is not because I knew specifically what they were lying about and what was the deceit, but I just knew in my heart. I just knew that something was off. I knew that something was off with this person, even though I couldn't truly pinpoint what exactly was the problem. I couldn't pinpoint what was wrong, you know. I just followed my intuition, and my intuition was telling me to say no. And I'm sure this is something that happened to you too, but you chose to ignore it. Thankfully, I didn't. And if you just follow what was happening, if you go back and analyze your relationship with the narcissist, you'll see that they were very quick to move. They wanted to get married quickly. They wanted to get into a relationship quickly. They wanted to have kids quickly. They want to do all this quickly because they can only manage faking their persona for a very short period of time. That period of time could be a couple of months. If you're just simply dating and you're seeing each other a few times a week, maybe once or twice a week, they can manage that persona for even a couple of years because you're going on a date. You're probably, eating dinner somewhere and having a fun time, and it's easy for them to fake this. However, once you live with someone, it is not easy for them to fake that 24/7 with you. So this is how I uncovered who I was dealing with finally after 2.5 years of us dating. Because I said, okay, let's move in. And so I gave myself time to really, really understand this person and to really understand who I was dealing with. And guess what? It didn't take a long time. It took maybe not even a few weeks for him to really show his true colors. And so once I knew who I was dealing with, it was over. But follow your intuition, even though your intuition may or you may not always know when someone is lying, because at the end of the day, these people are not actually lying. In their mind, they're telling that they're believing their lies. And so you're not going to feel specifically when they're telling the lie that may be a lie, but you are going to know, you're going to feel in your intuition that something is up with this person. So just trust that intuition. And remember, the goal for the narcissist is exactly to confuse you, for you to be questioning your own reality, to questioning your own truth, to questioning yourself and what you feel and what you think. But you know better now. So don't fall into that trap. And yeah, this is what I have for today. I hope this is helpful. If you like the content, let me know in the comments, and let me know your story. It helps me create more content. So I love you, and see you soon.